Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. 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 It's just, yeah, we're just trying to be doing it right. Oh. Yeah. So, this Max basically runs, talks to his dissertation on this. It says, oh, wow. Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. They demanded a cure for the genophage in this. Not necessarily a balking, but simulation. Right.
Nothing more.
One's received or something.
Air defenses report unidentified craft skirting our inbound approach vectors.
It's like someone's testing our defenses.
Appears that way, sir.
I don't like it. Not with everything else.
Oh, yeah, talking.
You have
You
clearance
mentioned
now
an
to send
incursion.
emails, Commander. I hope we can resolve this matter without reenacting the Krogan rebellions.
That'd be nice.
What do you think about handing over the Krogan?
I differ from most of my colleagues. Curing the genophage will bring closure to this issue. In the future, the Krogan may yet play some role we can't
We haven't
even
heard
imagine.
now, but we don't have
We should let
Rex.
the
Yeah,
evolutionary
that's
process
the problem,
decide who gets
Josh.
our eyes, not galactic politics.
Thanks for your time.
Of course. Proceed into the
Yeah.
elevator when you're ready.
Yeah, without Erdnot Rex, did you actually give them that genophage cure? We don't have the political power to actually, like, to actually contest them in the event that essentially anything goes right. Right. So it's like, unfortunately, without Erdnot Rex, we're screwed. Exactly. So negative space, never want to fill you in. No one's
Now
doing
take
it
this
good.
elevator
And
down.
then
Someone will...
Natalie's gone for eternity now, so it's just a blood vessel. But yeah, you'll never feel that specifically again. Got it? Got it, good. Thank you. And that's not that, just that. All right.
What's happening?
You never want to experience that? No, go ahead. Does you have time travel?
Sensors have picked up activity on the
Absolutely.
perimeter.
Just fucking destroy a
Hurry,
lot
Commander.
of them.
Someone will meet you below.
For no reason. So yeah. No time travel. Yeah. Sure, it was bombastically insane. However, yeah. You had to say that, actually.
sir.
Yeah.
Shepard, excellent
Tyrus
timing.
was
Good to have you here.
Morden?
So it's diplomatic to not save these people, as it is without the Krogan rebellions. Do you know the situation with Krogan rebellions? No. The Krogan rebellions are essentially a problem after effectively the Krogan were basically allowed to essentially breed for the purposes of raising their numbers to fight the Arachni.
You must be Reeves' inside
The
source.
Arachni, basically they swarmed everything, essentially they're taking over everything by militant force, right? Like, Turians with the Solarian STG basically fucking mitigated their population growth by virtue of implementing a genophage to their entire populace after they effectively helped fight the Arachni. So everyone supported them breeding when they were basically in the times of war, but after the war, the Krogan started like spreading. That's what they called the Krogan rebellions. They basically started essentially after breeding. They effectively started like spreading across the stars, taking like numerous basically like planetoids or whatever against basically people's like jurisdiction or wills. And this basically caused essentially genophage, Turians, they attack. Right. They implement the genophage. The Krogan can't breed, but it was like a harsh element. The purse is basically like, you had like basically Solarian STG like members like Morden who essentially were on ground level of actually doing that. Because technically they did time out effectively the destruction of the universe by virtue of like mitigating the wars the Krogan were actually starting. And their kind of like manifest destiny construct that emerged from them basically defeating the Arachni. Right. So it's like we had basically a clan leader that was essentially in our backyard. It was Erdnot Rex. He's basically like royalty, relatively speaking. And as such, he can influence people on Tuchanka, Krogan's homeworld, within reasonable ways, like this is like how to basically project our diplomatic needs to the Krogan. Without that, we only got Reeve. Reeve is a scalar quantity Krogan, as Rex said. Most of them became mercenaries, or just basically or just kind of like warlords. While he might be an Erdnot, he's a conventional warlord. It's like. I mean, as far as we know, because we don't know shit about him, he might be influenced by Eclipse, Red Suns, whatever. Eclipse, he could be anything like that. Yeah, Blue Suns, Eclipse. He could be anything. And so because of that, it's like he could be at any one thing. He could have any problem with basically C-Sec and by extension N7, special test and reconnaissance, everything. He basically could be a scalar quantity warlord that we just don't know anything about that destroys everything. So it's like right now we can't, but it's like we need Rex in office and he's not there in this simulation, right? So basically, so the permutation to right and wrong is just you can't do that for fear of the Krogan rebellion or something like it. Yeah. And effectively, no, because basically Krogan, like the Krogan didn't have essentially a unifying culture. Like basically Rex sought to actually do that by unifying their culture. He could actually create a political or social structure paradigm that could actually save their people or at least mitigate like their extinction rate. Like, because they're basically kind of like pushing it with the genophage in play. Hold on.
Morton Solus, 162.3. Used STG ties to a secure station here. Gained autonomy in caring for Krogan test subjects. Females were obviously dying. Barbaric experiments. Malin's fault. My responsibility to fix. Need to save them. No more. No more dead.
Hold on. What did Morton say? Like, what, did he basically give up based on contingency, or did he actually continue to help them? Hold on.
Morton Solus, 162.3. Used STG ties to a secure station here. Gained autonomy in caring for Krogan test subjects. Females were obviously dying. Barbaric experiments. Malin's fault. My responsibility to fix. Need to save them. No more. No more dead.
They might be here. Right. Okay.
Something's wrong with the elevator.
There's Malin. Malin was his assistant.
There. Try
He
an
got all
elevator.
basically kind of like holier than thou, relative to essentially like cure the genophage. Made sense, at least from an ethical perspective, or at least pathological. The problem is that the long term is that essentially they have to deal with the Krogan rebellions because the clans basically weren't united. They were at war with each other in T'Chaka. You're essentially inviting effectively a massive conflict with Krogans. Once they reach the numbers, they don't have the respect to actually care about your people because they're very warlike people. So without the appropriate information, we can't actually act on that. Not yet. Exactly. Okay.
Shepard, Cerberus forces trying to locate female. Quarantine checkpoint under attack. Hurry.
Shepard, this is Reeve. I took the shuttle. Get that female out
This
of there
is
and up to the landing.
that's really weird, Max.
This looks worse than I
You think
thought.
so? No, you like think that way. No, I try to really think about you think in terms of numbers. You know more tribal than Java? Yeah, it's fair to say. Sure. Hey. Oh shit. That's obviously nice.
Clear. It's unlikely that was the last of them.
More incoming!
Ouch.
Don't let them take cover in the lab!
Female isn't going to last long against this sort of firepower.
Cerberus in vicinity. Hurry.
We're on our way.
You want it basically was its
Species 732, Beyond, has been authorized for covert uplift. They are ideal candidates for expanding Solarian influence with full deniability.
yeah, that soundtrack you listen to. Like, don't listen to it. Alright.
That's how we ended up with the genophage.
So Garrus isn't exactly pro-genophage. Most people on our crew aren't really pro-genophage overall. It's like we have basically a cross-Turian, cross-humanoid, basically conventional humanoid. Ishar is essentially, I guess, for lack of better terms, a warp core. It's not. It's an ESO core. But I mean, like, it basically like runs like essentially like time-space manipulation elements, basically, you know, FTL travel and shit. So because of that, it's like our ship is basically very political. Yeah, it represents lots of people. Oh shit. Okay.
Organic life never ceases to surprise me.
Guess he didn't like the food.
Works for me.
Fuck. You became like weird, Josh. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you became weird like that. Well, someone's got to be that. And eventually, right? You want somebody to give a shit about that, right? I guess so. Yeah. That was really weird, Josh, the way you said that. Someone has to care about that eventually, right? Yeah. Guess we'll give up at an early age. And I never had enough reason to give up because I had not too much reason to live, so fuck it. I guess that's true. Damn. Wow.
Light him up!
Everyone's an asshole.
We need
Yeah, we're fixing that, Josh. Just after this, just get your dispositions or whatever. Right. Maybe we don't know until you ask, right? So yeah, that's right. Maybe a discount, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Seems weird. Thinking that way. Yeah, like there's like a weird checkpoint point. It's always like this, somebody having this ass or something like that. It's the entire will help her. That's why you survive, Josh. And in reality, like Tyrus just goes insane entirely, not believing you. Your personality becomes too big for our mind to actually perceive. Here, Josh.
do more than challenge them.
Shepard, meet us at next checkpoint. Cerberus likely to target.
No. Ouch. Don't worry about it. It's not. You don't think it was returning around. Good job. You won't be allowed them. You understand? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah.
Hang on, we're trying to get to you, Morton. All hostiles are down.
What happened with the Rygar, like shooting her on the crotch? That probably reminds me of Max. You got him drunk, right? Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, okay. So, I need to talk to Rygar. Yeah.
Cerberus isn't fooling around.
Yeah.
They're capable of anything.
Their tactics
so-
grew even more vicious since I was acquainted with them.
You're just basically, drunk in the moment? Yeah.
Orion Squad, your orders are to hold position and block access to next checkpoint.
Yeah, that's what I got, right? Yeah. Already. Yeah, pick it up. Yeah.
Head-to-head will get us ripped up, Shepard.
A flanking maneuver may be a better approach.
Oh, oh.
We got the Solarian.
No more
Fucking.
enemies in sight.
Bloody
To
hell.
the next checkpoint. I'm sure Cerberus isn't done.
IFF. Oh, you already guessed. IFF, right. Yeah, I thought about it. No. Ouch. Yes, ow. It's just a blood vessel now. Actually. So I see is it really is like, yeah. No way.
Scan aborted. Please try again. Scanning. Access confirmed.
I feel secure in that information gathered. That was totally accurate.
Cerberus must have been tipped off. We gotta get fast.
Every war has its traitors.
Looks like they made
Working this
business.
recall there.
More hostiles on the floor above. Find
Shit.
cover!
We've got stairs over there, Shepard. Take the high ground.
Yeah.
I'm headed up top.
Elevator malfunctioning, Shepard. Need assistance.
Alright. Fuckers. Yeah, not Malin. Morton, yeah. You know Malin and Morton? Yeah.
Cerberus outside pod, Shepard. Need assistance.
Take them out. Get them away from the female.
Fuck no.
Containment shield weakening, Shepard. Okay, Shepard. Containment shield failing. Containment shield weakening, Shepard.
Fuck me.
Shepard, suspect Cerberus has cut power. Can't progress until you reroute emergency systems.
Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, very good.
Excellent. Clearance. Wait.
Now unlock the weapon.
Don't let them near the female.
Understood.
Acknowledge.
Excellent. Affinity for destruction intact, Shepard. Can clear us through now.
How you holding up?
Containment shield weakening. Can't take much more.
Morden.
I'm not your problem, Commander. You don't know me.
But I'd like to. Hang in there. How many more checkpoints?
Just the landing area. Hope Urdnot Reef's still waiting.
This is like a timed out simulation where basically most of the universe is going to collapse, yeah. Without Urdnot Rex, this is pointless in many ways. Or maybe not like a couple of generations, but definitely not in the immediate. What we need. Fuck me.
Looks clear now.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Shepard, get moving. I can't fly this thing around forever.
The female's on the way up to the landing area.
You pull this off, and I might actually start liking you.
Okay. Yeah. We have no time limit, at least at the moment, right? Alright, the elevator back upstairs, I guess.
We're almost back to the landing area.
Shepard, they found us. Under heavy attack.
This is Phoenix 6. Reinforcements are en route.
Appears safe. Need final approval now, Shepard. Shepard, don't delay. Please authorize final release. Shepard, you must authorize release. Pod then transfers to loading area.
Alright.
Let's get running.
Sorry. My bad. That is a blood vessel. Still, it's like every waking, yeah. Yeah. It's the most thorough, asymmetric, like, military test I've ever conceived. Yeah. Yeah, they get, like, it's so bad they get damned in the actual investigation. Yeah, it's just so stupid. Okay, I fuck it. We know you did the groupie crap now, Josh. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Shepard, I can't land until you deal with that mech. It's too dangerous.
Krogan has been acquired.
Door is damaged. Can't get out.
Stay clear. I've got this.
Protect the Krogan, Shepard.
Okay,
She's
right.
vulnerable. Hurry, Shepard. Containment shield failing.
Serious firepower. Maybe we can crack out.
It's impressive, but I prefer my body.
Shepard, what's the holdup? I thought you were the expert at blowing things up.
I don't care for him. Got the bastard.
There are still more enemies left. Advise caution.
That was kind of insane. insane. Well, this is basically like an ethics course to basically go through like high level and low level situations and scenarios, military grade and accelerated rate. Exactly. Yeah, she deleted that for me. I have it back now.
I wasn't sure you could pull this off, Shepard.
Yeah, understand people's different perspectives.
I'll take it from here.
After this, yeah, she just was,
I'm not your property, Reeve.
So what's going on? Very difficult. No, just don't talk about it. It's actually too fucked up for us to actually perceive how much.
Cerberus here. What do you want?
Commander, I'm hearing chatter you're brokering a treaty between the Krogan and the Turians.
If I get Krogan boots on Palaven, the Turians promise me their support.
And how does Cerberus get involved?
I don't know. The elusive man is up to something.
Then keep them at bay.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
what
overstate what a victory this treaty would
damn
be for the
comic book.
Alliance.
No one's gonna talk
We'll
about it.
need all the help we can get.
How's the Prothean device
really.
coming?
Alliance R&D has officially begun construction. The team has dubbed it Project Crucible.
No.
We're throwing everybody who knows how to hold a hammer at it. This is going to be the most ambitious undertaking in human history.
Will we get it done?
I'm not saying it won't be a challenge, but
I,
our researchers tell me the
this
designs
was a
are
lot.
elegant, massive in scope, but strangely simple as well. We can do this, Shepard. You can do this. Never doubt that.
No, sir.
Good, hack it out.
Oh, yeah, it was. But man, how wretched. This was so wretched. Like the epic scope and scale of the, that was so vast, but it actually had an ethics course inside of it because they didn't value it. Yeah.
Reeve, the female's safe. We can worry about curing the rest of your people later. You're not backing out, Turian. The Palaven needs your reinforcements now. We can't delay. It's non-negotiable. Every Krogan gets the cure or Palaven burns.
Mordin, how long will it take to finish a cure?
Need to synthesize base antigen from female. Also requires
Yeah,
a
I
female
didn't have
tissue.
the,
We'll need
I
a
didn't
sample.
have all the research we had from the other, So,
The cure starts with me.
Acceptable. We'll need you to remain aboard Normandy for procedure.
I would anyway. Nobody's touching my female.
Reeve, you realize Turians are dying while we sort this out.
Not my concern.
We'll be in medbay if you need to speak. Eve requires more tests. Eve? Female's real name unknown. Normandy, a human vessel. Human mythology seemed appropriate under circumstances. Suggest speaking with her. New perspective. Surprising in Krogan.
Now, is there anything else?
There's a small matter concerning a ship we've lost contact with.
What happened?
I'd rather discuss it in private. When you're finished with Turian problems, Shepard, we need to talk.
About what?
A squad of mine went missing. I can give you the details in private.
I'll find you both in the war room. Just be ready to talk.
Yeah. It's basically that. It says, like, yeah, because of the political implications of turning back on Rex in real time. Yeah. Not exactly, like, immediately understandable. But, like, in the long hand, yeah, he's gonna watch this, and it's like, oh, why are we talking to her not? Yeah, it gets tribal, and yeah, that's the issue.
I couldn't speak in front of the Krillin. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'm still implementing the genophage likely. A different implementation.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined.
Yeah, this is just happening. It's like, it's not, it's like, yeah, anything that is seen as basically seen as like excessive, like, kindness, which comes off as basically sexual advance. Because people, like, became that desperate for affection. But also so politically, like, divergent from the concept. So it's like, any excessive show of any kind of emotion is literally like you just want to have sex with them. Yeah, yeah. This is basically. The idea that basically she knows that is like heavily inferring that essentially they're trying to infer the Alliance military basically. It's like in complete agreement with the genophage. Like without truly knowing the dissertation. That's the inference anyways. Yeah. So to your mind, you would just basically be playing, almost like war games, but like, I don't know, they're supposed to be like almost like, ethics tests, ethics courses, and from there you would learn like how to basically deal with like high stakes kind of political situations involving large masses of people, right? It's the DMZ. It says go there. Yeah, it's just, yeah. That's complicated. You don't pick her, you're basically damned, okay? Alright. So. Yeah. Here it is. Scorpion one now. Battery follow. Ouch. Let's stick with this, Josh. Alright. Yeah, exactly. Just, yeah. Yeah, because
This crash sounds a nightmare.
increase in perception.
Looks like Reeve was right about Reaper scouts. Edie, any further intel?
The mission brief identifies the Turian commander as Lieutenant Tarquin Victus.
Victus?
The Primarch's son.
Yeah.
Try to raise him.
Yeah, the
I've heard rumors
stories,
of Cerberus activity
psychotic
on T'Chaka, but
military
nothing
history,
about Turians.
impossible to perceive
That the best you
without
can do?
this.
Yes, ma'am. The Reapers seem unaware of our presence. You might get the jump on them.
You'd seem
All
like
right,
a
settle
cop
down.
to me, like a C-Sec
Save this
officer. But in reality, what an NCO officer is conveyed to be seen here, and most of it. It's basically like a controlled, almost like Sephiroth military. They're like Sephiroth in nature, not
Okay.
Sephiroth
Did
entirely.
you raise Lieutenant Victus?
Yes, but the connection is bad.
Patch me in. This is Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy. Do you read?
This is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus of the 9th Platoon. We're pinned by Reaper harvesters and taking heavy casualties. Also, there are pockets of my men scattered along the crash trajectory.
Lieutenant, I need you to fire a flare so I can find your position. Got it.
Things get worse by the minute. My men are dying.
This sounds bad. Let's move.
The level of destruction is rather amazing.
Oh yeah, you're coming home to that. You got us? Yeah, yes. Be glad we are that, yeah. Yours is not meant for their world, Josh. It's like, yeah, we perceive it. You're like just
Shepard, any idea
completely
what these
comfortable
Turians
with
were
like
here
an
to do?
entirely female
Maps of the
squad.
area list no important
It's like,
resources.
you could have male, but it's like, it could be female too. Like, N7 was completely co-ed military, but it required a higher amount of diplomacy and diplomatic understanding to actually do it. Yeah, step forward, yeah. You got it.
See them?
It's like
Kill them quickly. We do not want reinforcements.
okay. You kind of want to tell them about I mentioned them before. But they're kind of funny. I guess so. You guys, yeah, I mean, politically, it's kind of bad for Towers anyways. It made her kind of look like, yeah, we weren't thinking about it. It's just the drunkenness, right? Like, discontinue, yeah. You got a scorpion. Yeah. Yeah, that's shit.
Okay.
Weapons developer scorpion. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Looks like the Turians are in tough. Enemies up ahead don't know we're here.
Then surprise is on our side.
It's like the iPod of guns. Shut up. Okay. Let me perceive like Scorpion's mom. What's he got cooking to this? Oh shit. Shit. Scorpion, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, he's got some badass things that I don't want to infer, don't. But yeah, okay, I won't infer it, done. Yeah, you can say that house secret. Yeah. Oh shit, my bad. Whoa, 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 shit, dude.
Don't stop for us. We'll head for the main crash site. There's another pod ahead.
Yeah. There are people who are like that, Josh. Like, hate. It'll take ages to go over the incursion to figure out who fire race, time to fight, create some no matter what. Yeah, we'll actually need people to help with that, which we can, yeah. That's probably, yeah. That's like a long-term thing, yeah. Short-term problems, right? Yeah, the gun's nice.
Keep moving. We need to find the main crash site ASAP.
The pressure for Lieutenant Victus to succeed in light of his father's promotion must be intense.
Organic species give disproportionate credit to parental influence. Peer groups are a more important factor in determining behavior.
Strange loadout. Now, oh, you gotta have this. Try it out. Yeah, sure. Oh, you can't. Yeah, that's what you gotta have. This shit. All right. That's what it is. Hey, you feel that? Yeah. It's one of those guns. How'd it get in here? Oh yeah. Yeah, same technology. PC, Josh. Yeah. So the UNSC is real? Yeah. Oh shit. DODST too. Right. I fucking guess. The orbital drop shock troopers. Right. They have a thing for heavy metal. So the ghosts of Onyx are real, right?
They don't see us.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, fucking like Forerunner technology. Yeah. Yeah, Forerunner technology. So, yeah. Shit. Well, ain't good. Alright. Fuck, man.
Saved all the Turians. It feels good. This way.
Yeah.
Come this way.
Yeah, come on, right. Yeah, you do. So, yeah, no vision, right.
Do you read, Commander? Repeat, do you read?
Shepard here, what's your status?
We're in deep. Commander, what's your ETA?
Hang tight. We're on our way.
Like, yeah, there was literally like an entire dissertation about basically a woman being like essentially like the soldier going home with like situation, like the Bhatia situation. Yeah. It's like, yeah, like he stayed at home and cooked or whatever. Like he was wanted her ashes. Yeah.
How do you live this down? When we
That's like it's like oh, like ethics test as far as basically. Yeah, like like women having like kind of like theoretically reverse roles relative to military perception, right? But it's an actual like situation where it's yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought like don't ignore that. It's probably, but it's just yes and no. But like with them watching eventually, yeah. Yeah, that was like that was the cheat. Yeah, that was a cheat. Yeah, what you got to. Else. Shit. Yeah, that's what they're doing now. You haven't sent a U.S. ensign, don't send a U.S. ensign or anything. That's what we need to do. Yeah, they never quite adjusted it. Not them. It's other people trying to control them, and they're like not good at it. Not a multiplayer though. Yeah, too many people in shared perception remember that. It's too dangerous to play this because of that. Regular them, like, yeah.
Okay, let's pick it up. It's important we don't lose this squad.
It seems that the Turians are playing with political dynamite here. Maybe they should inform the Krogan.
I need these guys working together. Better not to complicate things.
In the sink, yeah, okay. I appreciate it. Yeah. Fucking nuts, Josh.
All right, let's move! Full arsenal at the ready. Not one more soldier dies here today!
Yeah.
Harvester incoming.
Fuck me, what the fuck? Over the fucking... Hop over this. God, yeah. Yeah, because they're trying to cheat because of that thing. You can't use it really. It's consent to Halo, it's consent to cheating, gosh. It's gonna spawn things like a Halo Legendary. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're just gonna cheat like Josh in Halo Legendary. Yeah, you have to stop laying. Yeah, exit. Yeah, consent to that gun is consent to Halo Legendary. Do you want Halo Legendary? No. Like, list short-term neurotransmitter information to be had. It says delete this video, and you're damned. Yeah, like,